Hey, I'm Angelisa, and you are joining me behind the scenes of our very first women's snowbike meetup, and this is for women who are curious, snowbike curious. We've got Lucia and we've got Rachel, and we're gonna talk all things snowbike, and we're over here at the Toolbox Workshop over in Squamish. Okay, let's go and check it out.
Hello, my name is Lucia. You probably know me already as a Whistler Moto Girl. I would like to present you my beauty. Her name is Princess. So this is the Princess. She's a Honda CRF 450R 2021, and this is my winter ride. I equipped her with a Yeti for this season. I already done like 3 rides on it, and it's freaking sick.
Hi, I'm Rachel McLucky. This is my snow bike. It's a Yamaha YZ450F. Same bike as I ride on the track, 250 on the track, 450 for the snow. And I've got the Timber Sled Riot 120 on the back. And my homemade accessories and my C3 accessories with my PST jacket.
And until 90 degrees, the coolant will be running on only in those pipes down here, but it will never reach the radiator because there is little valve. After 90 degrees, the valve opens, and then the coolant is circulating as well through the radiator, and that cools down the engine, and it keeps it in ideal temperature. What happens when you come, for example, to the deep snow? The snow is so cold, it's actually cooling the bike too much and too fast. And that's why we have this engine cover, to again like isolate the external factors from overheating or overcooling the bike. So thermostat, engine cover, and the third thing, I think it's better from this side, but there is an air intake. So we will have, in the summer you have air filter, that's like a foamy material that will just suck up all the humidity. In winter you pretty much remove the box, like air filter box is out, and for example I purchased from C3 a little pipe that is having little back here at the end, and so this is protecting again any external factors to get into the engine. So these 3 things would be, in my opinion, mandatory, and then very highly recommended would be the heated handlebars. I don't know how you, but I have cold hands, and before I didn't even have these hand guards. So when you are going very fast on the cat track, you would freeze, you would cry. So this is 4 things. Without this, you can ride it, but you can risk that you will break your bike, you will blow your engine, and you will end up spending much more than just these parts. Yeah,
and very easy to install yourself as well. It's something that you don't necessarily need a mechanic for. There's YouTube videos, and C3 does a really good job of every single part. They have a how-to video, which is amazing.
Yeah, so as we were talking, this year I purchased the C3 foot pegs, and after dislocating my finger actually twice because of the tree, I installed the hand guards. Again, it's not mandatory, but you guys from trails, you are used to it anyways. For me it was like, oh, you know, it's too much, but I love it now because it's really, I hit it, you can see it's quite banked. So it does help, and as well it protects you again from the cold wind. Yes, and then the neoprene socks to cover the stanchions, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I did adjustment to the suspension because you can put something that's called trio in front. I didn't install this because it makes the suspension stiffer, but I brought it to RMR shop in Chilliwack, and they set the suspension stiffer, so when I do the jumps it actually doesn't bottom out. So this is it.
Rachel, did you have your suspension done as well?
Nope.
Stock everything. Of course, yeah, you can adjust the suspension just like you would on a dirt bike, custom to however you like it, however invested you want to get in it, or you can just leave it stock. Works too. Yeah, and same with the suspension on the tracks. You can adjust that to make it softer or harder if you're sending big jumps or depending on what your style is. It's just same as a dirt bike, up to you, whatever your style is.
And one more thing I forgot to mention, what is I think good to check on, put your thermometer somewhere where you can see it. Because one thing is what thermostat is doing, but you still want to be double checking if it's working properly. And there is like ideal range of temperatures when you want to ride the bike and you want to wait to cool down or heat up. So when you start the bike now it's at 13 degrees, I would maybe start to ride it for real at 70-75 degrees Celsius. That's like 160 Fahrenheit. And ideal range would be 75 to 90 degrees. And that's like, that range the bike is happy to ride. At 100 degrees it might be overheating and you want to stop, maybe put some fresh powder here if you are on a cut track. And yeah, in Fahrenheit it's more than 210, stop the bike, cool it down. Yeah, but there is like a lot of ways how you can go around, like to save money in the beginning if you want to start a snow bike. It's just how much you really want to save and how much you want to spend after, trying to avoid some cost in the beginning. It's worthy. It's worthy every penny, like really.
It's not a race up the trail. I mean, I guess it is.
No?
It could be.
It's fun, yeah. Just slow and steady. Yeah.
Well,
And then as soon as you get into the snow, you're, oh, yeah, so much traction. Yeah.
Before they have cheaper models, I said I want to have second best.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't need to have the best, but second best is like my way to go. But
How much was it worth?
$3,000.
Just
For just the track.
do you remember the price for the bike?
Around $12,000.
Did you get a meal?
It was, I got it a year after. It just hadn't been sold, so you know it's cheaper the year after.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to be prepared for everything in the backcountry, of course. Like everything from, you know how on dirt bikes sometimes the plastics, one of the screws will wiggle loose if you didn't check it first, and then you have a floppy thing, or like something on the ski can come loose. So just the tools to retighten everything if you need to. Sometimes something on the track will break, just like a snowmobile track. A really big thing is, for after riding, I guess, is water getting in the bike. You want to make sure that you dry your bike out totally. So some people are lucky and will have a heated garage to put it in, or I just put a little space heater up to it. And but yeah, making sure it's nice and dry, because a dirt bike isn't meant to be soaking wet, and all the wires and everything it can cause a problem. And then you have to come to lovely tool shop that will fix it for you.
Well, sometimes they go to your place.
Thank you to Mike.
Okay, so it's good to know that if you buy a bike, that you have a place after where you can actually dry it. So then
Yeah.
stay covered and
you don't want to keep it outside like something pretty cool.
There's lots of different styles, just like dirt bikers. Some people love the enduro riding. They love just riding through tight trees and that's it. Some people love doing big open alpine and jumps. Some people like just going to tour and going to have lunch up there. Some people like riding on the trail. It's just, yeah, it's cool. It's whatever you feel like doing. There's so many options.
Okay, so let's recap. The most important things to invest in when getting into snowbiking is number 1, thermostat, 2, engine cover, 3, air intake, 4, heated handlebars and grips. There is so much more that Rachel and Lucia dive into, but just like snowmobiling, you can get all of the bells and whistles to make your ride smoother and easier, but when it comes to snowbiking, you can really make it budget friendly. Thank you so much to Lucia and Rachel for sharing so much information with all of us and getting really into the nitty-gritty details and answering all of our burning questions. And thanks to Mike from the Toolbox Workshop for letting the babes take over and chat snow bikes. Don't forget to follow these rad Braap Babes, and I can't wait to hop on a snow bike myself. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep killing it safely, be the vibe, and I will catch you next week.